You know, it's a quandary for sure, which leads us in to our other point. Do you guys remember me talking about the SAFE Act not too long ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago? And what this was a bill that lawmakers were pushing through that was going to cover balance assessments by physical therapists and occupational therapists. And so it stalled out. It was a Republican and Democrat push. Nobody freak out. But it was nice to see that everyone agreed to try to get this bill through. And it stalled during the election, but it was brought back up. And so I just wanted to update you guys on this. There's a couple of things that came across my email. What they're trying to do, guys, is address the cost, okay? And we know in 2016, $50 billion was attributed to fall-related injuries and lost time from work, so forth. Medicare, Medicaid bore 2/3 of those costs. And so the estimate here is the CDC is projecting a rise in falls among older Americans, and it indicate costs will inflate to roughly $101 billion annually in the next 5 years. And so I can tell you that number is in 2020, $101 billion. Now here's the deal, there's 10,000 Americans turning 65 every day. And so that cost is just going to continue to rise. And so this bill is going to cover the cost for the physical therapist and the occupational therapist, so older Americans can get those fall risk assessments. So I think that's a great bill. That's a great thing. It's called the SAFE Act, and what it stands for, that acronym, is Stopping Addiction and Falls for the Elderly. And so the addiction side of that is drug use. Okay, so every 11 seconds, someone is treated in the ER for a fall-related injury, and every 18 minutes, someone dies from a fall-related injury. Your chances of survival, if you're over the age of 80, you fall and break a bone, is 50%. And so what happens with these falls and breaking bones, you get, to your point, pain medication. And so there's a rising addiction rate in our senior community. Now, opiates and those types of drugs have great uses, but they're also addictive. So you got to be careful, all right? So that's the addiction part of it. We want to stop the fall. We stop the potential abuse of those painkillers, all right? Any questions? Let's go, all right? Let me have you stand. Let's go behind our chairs.